oh, Tides of Time, John Calvate. Tides of Time, guys. Was he not a little bit higher in ratings at some point? I thought so. I thought he was a little bit higher in ranking. So we do have Albrecht. Albrecht draws us the Emperor Brigade, but that would give our evil master plan already away. Putting that aside, this would draw. This is actually drawing the Roach. Ah, ha. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to give the game plan away. That's like what I don't want to. 26 stats. He wants to get that with what? 9, 9, 9, 9, 13, and he needs another 13. And what is this? When your opponent passes, move this unit to the opposite side. If not spying strengths and self-based. Okay. So when we pass this, we get to him. So that's actually tricky. So we will draw the Roach, and nearly inevitably so, right? This is so weird. I don't want to draw the Roach, honestly not. Lol. If this would have buffed this, guys, it would have been so wrong. I'm fighting with some lag here. So, oh, Fake Siri can actually buff the Emperor Brigades. I see. Yeah, not too bad of a card. Not too bad of a card. Not saying that good either. It seems that we don't have a way to prevent the Roach thing, right? I mean, if you play the gold card, we don't get the Roach out. We just draw 2 cards and Roach is included. So we would probably like to draw the Roach first, as silly as it might sound. So yeah, let's just do that, sure. So let's draw this Roach. Awesome. I love it. We have to do that so that we can play Avalar afterwards. So let's do that. He is blocking Cow Carcassy. I don't know why. Or maybe he wants to make us ignoble, but really? Oh. This might indicate no mill. Yeah, for different reasons. So we have 5 stat ahead, so whatever. Just to thin out. Ambassador says to buff, but we can actually get this with this one. So let's just take Vikovaro Novice as long as we can, and let's buff something like the Golem. Because it's not a spy. Bam! I mean, this is actually quite bad if it gets beared, eaten by a bear, for example. So we are 20. So we could also pass, let him play 1 card. I mean, that's definitely a possible course of action. Let's do this first. This is the last card we have in the deck. Kind of weird. We should play those dudes, for sure. I mean, there is no Igni or something comparable. We can just play those. The Meridian Bomb is bombing this as well, so that's fine. Yeah, we should also activate these Vikovara Novices, because they will be useless once we play this, so we might as well play this. It's fine. The spice cannot be crunched, right? So we might as well just buff it. Oh, he is actually milling. Oh, wow. It's interesting. So we are still ahead in stats. Again, we should do those things now while we can. We should also still do this now, and this now. So all those things. It's a little bit sad with the card distribution, because I think our card distribution in this very game is quite bad. But maybe he will also be able to play Avalar in order to draw those cards. So he's also playing Mill. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think Spheres should definitely do the thing. Question is really on what we would like to send Swears. I mean, there are not really a lot of targets. I mean, what does it do? Choose a bronze enemy or reveal bronze unit. I mean, what might that even be? I mean, the best case is that we catch one of these Vikovara novices and that's it. But I mean, honestly, if we catch one of those, I'm already more than happy. Yeah. Other than that, what could we possibly move all copies of it? Well, actually, we might catch ambassadors. Let's do that. Like what? Oh, come on. Ah, uh, honestly, he's playing 3 Vicovaros and only 1 ambassador? Ah, Siri Dash. Instead of additional Malignant things. That's weird. So just pass, right? I mean, or is there something to be why we should continue? I mean, at the moment we do have 157 over 154. Ah, why? I mean, yeah, sure, we could pass, but no, obviously we also want to play this guy and so. Yeah, so we probably just should. Yeah, there is. I mean, unless, nah, that's probably even better. We could even play this guy, honestly. Yeah, I think by now we can say that there won't be a rod tosser, so just doing it in this way is probably fine. Yeah, that this will renew the Tibor is also pretty clear. Igni. No, probably won't win. And he also will play around by buffing this here. Or not, whatever. I mean, it's also obvious that we don't play. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Okay. Yeah. Yes. What's that? 50. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we should also have more Mulligan. What is he even doing here? Like, what is that? His gold slots are Avalach and Siri. So what are the other two? It's obviously not the same as we do have. So we do have also Avalach, but we don't play Siri. Instead, we are playing the Vampire. Oh yeah, we need to catch the Vampire. Oh, what a pain. But yeah, so we are probably playing the same, but we also play Vampire. That's a problem, Siri Dash, because he will be able to get her more often, whereas we run out of cards. Obviously, if you play mill against mill, Siri Dash is a good card. But I mean, come on, guys, mill against mill. No, sure, absolutely. I mean, if this is the matchup, then it's good for him. So, but how often do you really play that? Okay, so I guess let's do this guy, because it's still giving us a buff, and he won't give us a buff later, right? So let's just do that. So it's basically 34, which is basically 208, basically 209. So we will be able to overcome with 1 card, which is convenient. Yeah, sure. I mean, mill against mill, the Siri dash, Siri dash in the mill deck instead of using the good gold cards, guys. I mean, depending on how much you. Ooh, what? Lol. And the next thing we see will be a Dimeritium bomb over. Eins, zwei. Yeah, it's not unlikely. We could wonder how he could make space for the Dimeritium bomb, but I guess, well, maybe. Maybe he just got it. So 22, 36, so it's like 14. We cannot really equalize that. But then again, I would really want to play the Vampire in time to have at least a chance of him effecting. So I think a Tibor would have also already made me happy. Like Tibor or Vampire. But yeah. Okay, and that's his last bronze card, right? Yeah. I mean, whatever. Let him play this stuff. Sure. Okay, guys. Interesting. 12. 14. JayB space of 6, right? So this, making this smaller, it won't get better, right? I think that Peter won't get better than on this guy here. Like there's literally no way that Peter will get better. So why not just using him now then? There's really literally no way that Peter will become better than this here. Like, really not. And at the moment we have here 40 Siri waiting. Like 39, but it's 40 next turn, right? So we're like 38, 39, 40, 39, 189, 183, 184. So if he passes, we will need to play the Roach, which is perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. But I really wanted to also use the Peter here because like there's literally no way that we will get as much value as we just got ever again. Basically making him 14 plus 3 plus himself, of course. If he passes, it's perfectly alright. We just play Roach and overcome him perfectly. But what is this? He shackled that one. Uh-huh. I mean, sure, let him do his thing. I mean, it's yeah. Honestly, we just have to play this here, even because we cannot really play a Zyre. But by playing this, we also force another card out of his hand, which is quite important. So that's pretty much that. So now we basically trade the Roach against the Genie card from his hand, which is also pretty interesting. Yeah, that didn't exactly come as a surprise. So. Yeah, having this guy earlier would have helped a ton, by the way. Cannot change it. Cannot change it. Oh, did I tell you that we have one more card, obviously, because we drew. Should he pound it into poker? What does he do? Did you really take Avalach and what? Doesn't matter too. It doesn't matter too much, I think. What we can definitely do is we should play Higher Empire now. Well, I mean, this is not rare. Okay, interesting. I mean, we have card advantage here. I mean, depending on what he put in, we could play Regis. But if he passes, then we have to play. I mean, yeah, you get the point. But then we can basically play this. It's fine. I prefer this here. So let's do. No, nothing. But what I'm telling you is we probably just win if what I'm telling you is that we probably just win if actually yeah, maybe that was not the best. What I'm saying is after we win this round we can renew. That's our benefit. We would also like to reshuffle stuff probably. So what could that be? Roach. If we even want to do that. Yeah, probably we want to do that. But he cannot play Avalach anyways. And what I'm telling you is we might also just play this here. And this is basically overcoming his stats. And he cannot really pass because he cannot really draw the cards because we can block it off with Azir. So we play Azir and he cannot play Avalach because then we will draw the cards. But what we can force here is that we win the round and then we renew his keyboard. And that's really bad for him. Okay, why is that good? Oh, just to cycle her? We can now just pass. Holy moly, that should be pretty bad, right? I'm still curious, because now he doesn't even get Siri back. And what he should definitely not take is the 3 heads brigade. I mean, if he should take at least a 6 heads brigade. Very good. So, yeah, sure. I mean, whatever, right? Let's just pass it. Distinctive advantage, I guess, sure. And he cannot really play Avalach, and that's kind of our benefit, I guess. Not saying it's great, but on the other hand, one card is also not that great. I mean, that being said, what about the golden cards? Didn't we see all of them already? Because then we don't even need to revive immediately. So let's see. So we saw Tibor. What is? Okay, so we saw Tibor. What else? We saw his Avalach. We saw Lito. What is about the force gold card? So one. Oh, Siri. He doesn't have renew. He has Siri, Lito, Avalach, and the Dude. So which means we don't need to do that. We can just do this and counter it against Avalach. So what do we want to get? What do we want to have? 2 cards. We need the strongest 2 cards we can get. What might that be? This one? Oh, holy moly, I don't even know what the strongest 2 cards are. I mean, Leto? What about him? I mean, he's 5 or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Albrecht was stronger, or? Yeah, probably Albrecht is stronger. Iris is 9 stats, Imperial Brigade is only 6 stats. And that's unfortunate. Horsepower! 25 horsepower. Yeah, you cannot care less. Suck! It's a miracle that he could not even win with Siri Dash. That's like a miracle. What I'm saying is, if you're, I mean, this Siri Dash is the incarnation of Bomb in the mirror. Yeah. And against anything else, she pretty much sucks big time. Like, this is such a bad card. And if she is good anywhere, it's in the mirror. What? 35 points only.